Hi YouTube. I thought I'd just pop in here. I'm out here really late at night, and quite often there are some leftover things that I need to check and do, and this is one of those nights. So it's really like early in the hours Friday morning, and just checking on a few things. We've had some young that have been born, and there's a few bits and pieces going on in here that I'm just going to spend some time. So I thought I'd let you join me. So if you have any questions, comments, just pop them up down below and I'll come back and check from time to time. Okay. Now, try that one. Do that. Little ones. Let's tuck this up again. What are you doing? Hi everyone. Hi there. Yes, Jackie asks, is it common for females to rumble strut? No, it's more common for males to do this, but we do get females doing it. So it's not uncommon, it's just less common. Jake says his girls rumble all the time. Yeah. Jackie, I've had girls of my life. One of the girls rumble. Yeah, they can. It's actually, I can hear them rumbling. There's a girl up there, girls up in here. So it's not as common, but yes, it does happen. Yeah. So for those of you just joining, we have had a lot going on here in the last 48 hours. Had yeah, a number of nasty things take place, which if you go over to the Facebook page, you can hear all about that and what's been going on. So sadly, you know, some piggies, people don't think about them coming into rescue and they make decisions like dumping them, which is never right or correct. And yeah, it's really sad that they just don't survive those sorts of things. So you'll see that over on our Facebook page. But yeah, we've had another little girl actually that was caught. She was living underneath a shed. She's very fortunate to be here. And yeah, we've had some babies that have been born from the rescue in 62, so I may get some of those out shortly and show you. So lots of things happening all the time. The rescue is really, really constant. So I'm just going to bustle on here. If you have any questions, pop them down below and I will keep popping back. Jackie says does it for 2 days. Jackie, it's not related to estrus cycles or anything like that. It's more of a dominance behavior, and yeah, they can do it for different reasons. So yeah, okay. Have you made pea flakes before? I hope you've checked out the video on that. We love making them, and they're great fun. Piggy love them. Okay, little ones. Look. There we go. Yeah, have you made any of the pea flakes? They're so easy to make, but guinea pigs love them. And as treats, they're really natural, they're fantastic, they're really high in protein, but you'll find that your guinea pigs absolutely love them. So if you haven't seen the latest video that I popped out on how to make those, super cheap to actually do, but also super easy. So yeah, take a look at that. Yeah. Getting that one stuck, aren't we? Hey. Easy, hey, little one. Let's top these up while I'm here. Let's top them up. There we go. Let's pop this up in here. There we go. Couple ones. Nothing yet, Mama. Oh, my piggy. shutting me out. Yeah, it's very late here, Jackie. It would be, it's past midnight. Yeah, so I'm actually just out checking. We had 4 guinea pigs that had surgeries today. So I've resettled them in and just coming to a check and just topping up with everything, which is good. So Jackie's bought the treats before. They're delicious. Whether you buy them or you make them, they're fantastic. The piggies will love them. They'll literally come running over for them, which is great. Oh, awesome, Jackie. Just make sure you soak them overnight. Yeah, if you don't soak them enough, they're just not hard. They're just not soft enough. Oh, good. I've got a couple of others actually coming your way that will help with treats and different things that I'm doing here. So we've done them for years, but yeah, I just want to share that with you, and hopefully, yeah, you can do some of the things that we've been doing. Jake, Raka almost fell out of the cage trying to help herself to the bag. Oh my goodness. They will. They'll be so excited, Jake, to get them. Yeah. Hey, Justin. Hi there. Yeah, rough few days here, as you know. Yeah, you'll get to hear more about that on Sunday. Yeah, we've had lots happening. So, yeah, we can't help that. Things happen in rescue. We have the ups, the downs, and usually, you know, one thing is happening, we have lots of other things going on at the same time. So there's always lots taking place. I will get some of the little babies out that you can see, and they were born actually by we had some guinea pigs that were dumped at a BMX track. If you go back through all of the live feed, you can see that. And there was 2 adult guinea pigs, male, female, and the male has actually just had surgery today. So he's separate at the moment. So eventually he'll be able to go back with this female. They're just so happy together. And she was, of course, pregnant, and they already had 1 young. We assume it was their young, but the youngest one we actually found a home for. And yeah, she has now, just 2 nights ago, had 2 very cute little pups. So I'll get them out in a moment. You can see them. I'll share them with you. Hi, Delicate Dragonfly. That's a great name. There's lots of piggies in here at the moment. A lot. And we've got more going on foster care at the moment because we've had yeah, some others coming in. There'll be more stories on those to come. I'll keep beavering around. Pop your comments there. I'll come back. Now, where are we up to? You guys. Let's just check what's going on here. Hi. Hello. Good ones. Hello. I'll fill that again for you. Here we are. Look who we've got here. This is one of the little babies from the rescue of 62. So we've had a few questions on sexing babies. We might just have a little peek. This one is too young, still with mum at the moment. And just want to keep an eye on that, okay? There. So, in order to tell the sex of these little ones, you always need to support their back, and two hands support their back. So I'm doing it quite high, need to change the camera. You support their back up against you so that you can actually see down below. And this little one is in fact a little boy. By pressing immediately above, you can actually see the little ridge, and this is a little boy just starting to be developed. Can you see that? The boy. So just at now, what we're looking for is the 3-week window, half a week until we'll separate. So yeah, you've come in with a little rescue, well, big rescue for 62. Come on. Stay here. All right. Now, this is another little one, the same rescue. Very cute. So these are the two young ones that came in with the 62. Let's take a peek. So again, holding them with their backs supported on you. You can see very clearly underneath. You can press on that. And another little boy. So we've got two boys. So these little ones will most likely be paired together because they've always been together. And yeah, we'll eventually find them a home. So they're around approaching 3 weeks now. So in the next few days, we'll actually separate them, and they will, we won't keep them with the dads. The dads are too bully-like, but what we will do is give them Divitalec and keep them separately. Or we Okay. So, hi, Kirsten. Super fluffy pair at the top right. You mean up here? They're all smooth-coated guinea pigs up here. They're from the rescue of 62. In that one. Justin, I'll be watching while it dozes off. Early. What are you doing, Justin? What are you up to? It's actually really peaceful here, and sometimes when I need to do check-ins, I can do it at this time of night when it's really quiet. You know, sorry, Justin, the volunteers, you know, there's no one bustling around, and I can just do what I need to do. So, yeah, it's a time to catch up in here. Jake, they are sweet little ones. Hi, Z337888. Right, I'm just going to update that card because now we know their sexes down there. They're two little males. Okay. The females up there. an enormous girl. This girl in here has been chirping. I'm not going to disturb her because she's almost as wide as a dinner plate, and she came in with the rescue of 62. So she's enormous, and yeah, she's sitting there munching away. So we're leaving her, and we'll just watch them carefully. They had, with this large rescue, lost a lot of young in recent weeks, which is typical of what we call Campylobacteria on board with fungal infections, and these are very extreme mange and mite issues. So if you've seen any of the Facebook images, you'll see that. There'll be a video on it later as well. But yeah, we're watching her fairly closely because of what we know has happened that the owner has explained to us, and yeah, we will see. So we'll keep posted, but she's sitting up and very active at the moment, which is good. Now, put this down there. That's it. Two fellows. Oh, I hate it when they break. Excuse me. Whoa. Whoa, what was that? Yeah. That's not good, is it? Let's see. We can put them in something. Come on. Oh. Okay, so let's have a look at this girl. This is the girl my mum 2 nights ago. So she's a real sweetie, and she's been in care now maybe 5 weeks, 6 weeks. They were found at the BMX track about an hour and a half north of where we are now and brought into rescue. But what a sweetie. Now I'll show you her little pups. Just going to relocate her. So now I'll do a cage relocation very quickly. Aren't you sweet? It's so cute. Number one. Oh, here's number one. Very cute. Super cute. Let's see who we've got here. Who's joined us? Oh, loads more comments. Who have we got there? Let me catch up with you. You've all been chatting amongst yourselves. Jake says, we got Raka, 5 weeks old. Yeah, she was huge. Okay. You know, sometimes, look, those can be considerable. We can have them from roughly 35 grams, which is very tiny, to about 120 grams, which is very large. So somewhere midway around the 60 to 70s is what we would hope in a healthy young guinea pig. So, and this little one is 2 days old now. Let's have a look at your sibling. Hey, pop you down here. I'm just going to relocate the cage. Here we go. This is the sibling. I just want to not have them dive off my hand. Super cute, and mum will be missing them very soon. So very cute. Aren't they tiny? Yeah, 2 days old. Yeah, very cute. They look to be more Abyssinian like. The mum was actually a Sheba, which is a little bit different to a Peruvian, but yeah, they were dumped at the BMX track up at Terrigal, which is way north of us here in rescue. And yeah, so we'll pop them back with their mum in a moment. I'm just going to relocate their cage. So fluffy they are, aren't they? Yeah, they're gorgeous. Oh, Raka, 300 grams. Where are you located, Jake? Are you in the USA or here in Australia? If you're in the US, you could have genetically a much larger guinea pig and could potentially be around, yeah, around that if you've got a bigger piggy. There are some differences in our piggies, for sure. Yeah, they're super cute. Yeah, the parents are the 2 fluffy ones. The one that for those of you that just missed, I had the mum out a moment ago, and they were dumped up at the BMX track. They actually came in as a group of 3 that were found. There was a mum and dad, we assume, to a young little male. The little male has since been rehomed and found a home. Mum would have been pregnant, and now 5 weeks later has had these 2. And the dad actually has had surgery today, so we're going to keep them together. They're just so gorgeous as a pair. He will be able to rejoin her in about 3 weeks' time. So he's had his surgery today and has done really well. But they're a super cute couple. And yeah, guinea pigs do get to know each other. They do get to, they can get depressed. They do miss each other. And certainly in this instance, we know that just from having them come into rescue and seeing how well settled they are together, that, you know, we don't want to break that up. So we're going to enable it so they can always be together, which is great. So it's a process. So now there. sweetheart. Oh. Oh. Hey, hey, gorgeous. Yeah. Okay, still here. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, it is really good, Justin. They can be back together. They're so happy together, so it's the right and fair thing. Kirsten wants to visit. Yeah, we actually don't have visitors at the moment, Kirsten, again, because of COVID. So with the adoption days, everything is done by appointment. And we do have one this Sunday, which is a smaller adoption day, namely because we've got a lot of the guinea pigs are in states where they're just not ready to find homes. So we've got a little bit, I hear someone rumbling away there. And yeah, so there'll be larger ones. There'll be plenty of them coming up. Yeah, Justin's right. There'll be plenty more of them. And when things settle down, we'll be able to go back to normal. We have had some amazing days in the past where people really do mull around and stay here for lengthy amounts of time. But at the moment, due to COVID, everything has to be appointment based. We have a lot of things happening all at once. We have filming, we have health checks, we have adoptions, we have a lot of things happening. So we have to coordinate that quite well. And yeah, it's a busy time. COVID is also quite, it's impacting all rescues everywhere across the board, whether they're guinea pig rescues all the way through to cat and dog rescues. A large influx of people wanting to have pets instantly that may not be thinking longer term about them. So trying to work through that process of finding the right homes that are going to have pets for the longer term is one of our concerns, because we go to such efforts to ensure that guinea pigs are safe, and they're gorgeous little pets. We want to make sure that they're loved and it's not just short term. So yeah, we're working through all of that. Kirsten says, where do I make an appointment? Yeah, if you go onto our website, guineapigstuff.com, you can see Cavi Central. Underneath that is the adoption form, surrender, and so on. So you can email us, reach out, and so on. We don't have the flexibility just to have drop-ins at the moment. So certainly the appointments that we do have on those days are for health issues. Like this coming Sunday, we're nearly fully booked already, and I haven't even put it on the page yet. But we've got all manner of piggies coming up that have all sorts of problems. So we'll be helping and taking a look at. So yeah, everything's through the website, guineapigstuff.com. You can find it there. I'll do a little bit more. I'll be back. Let's see. We need to check you. Read. What have we got here? Okay. Popping back again. Kirsten says she'd love to get piggies again. She's got her previous guinea pig CNC cage packed away. Yeah, look, they're amazing pets. They really are. They're just gorgeous. The time will be right when you're ready for them. Are you looking to move or change location, Kirsten? Or just on hold at the moment? Quite right, Justin. What are you waiting for? Yeah, there's lots of work here. Absolutely. Round the clock. Definitely. Mm-hmm. If you saw the Pea Flake video that I just released, that little piggy is called Leo, and he was recently surrendered maybe 2 weeks ago, but he's 6 years of age. He's such a cutie. Actually, yes. Jake says, is there such a thing as a cage being too big? Absolutely. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry, Kirsten. Her guinea pig died 3 weeks ago. Yeah. COVID does make it difficult to travel. What's going on down there? Okay. Okay, come here. All right. Okay. All right, Bubba. All right. Yeah, cages being too large. Yes, there is. When we look at cage size, there are a number of factors that impact on how much space you need to give an animal. So where we can give prerequisites and say 1.2 meters by 60 centimeters is adequate for 2 guinea pigs, there's a lot of other factors play into that, and that's what we call welfare. So if, for example, guinea pigs are going to have fresh grass time every day and there's a complete agreement on the part of the owners to actually provide them that space to give them outside time on fresh grass or in a play area or interaction in a bedroom, so some other form of outside area space, then their actual cage size does not need to be as large, in the sense that they're actually using 2 different areas. Does that make sense? When we have animals, for example, that have injury, like we've had 4 guinea pigs today that have had surgery, so they're all in hospital cages. We have another couple on antibiotics, again in hospital cages, which are really quite small. And yeah, it's necessary that we literally confine them in that, so that they're not expending a lot of energy. They can sit, they can recover, they can eat well, we can monitor them. So in that sense, that's one of the impacts. Babies. Now, if you have 2 young guinea pigs and you've set up an enormous CNC cage for them, whoops, sorry, I just knocked the broom over. If you give them a very large CNC cage, what you will find is that they're terrified, because it's like being put in the middle of a football field. And because they're prey-based animals, they really want to feel more secure in a smaller space. So it's necessary that you actually give them a smaller area and then slowly introduce them into the larger space so they grow accustomed to that. If you don't do it that way and you give them a large space up front, they can be so scared they hide all the time. They're terrified, they want to run away, and then it's difficult for people to know how to overcome that phase of wanting to connect to them and having that friendly association with your pet. So that's hopefully what we're addressing in some of the videos. Yeah, so Kirsten says, I know, right, my guinea pig cage was a 4x6. Great. Yeah, with a 1x2. That's awesome. And you could have 3 guinea pigs in that, Kirsten. Definitely. Yeah, they have very genuine reasons, and there's a lot more. For example, we've got guinea pigs, well, Rufus, who had a spinal injury, again, hospital cage. So injuries, surgery, sickness, unwellness. Guinea pigs that, again, Rufus is a good example of that. His buddy was the same size as him, so he had to be separate because his buddy could easily jump on top of him and create more injury while he's recovering. So there's lots of considerations around the cage size that you actually need. It's not something we can just say outright, yes, you need to do it this way. And it also applies to people who have different types of cage setups, because we all live in different parts of the world. We have different climates, different elements that impact the location of the cage. Now, you'll hear it said that indoors is the absolute best. And, you know, I pretty much agree with that. I think it's optimal, but there's a couple of exceptions, and that is that guinea pigs need vitamin D, and their bodies make that when they have sunlight. So unless they're actually having outside time regularly and a commitment to do that, then inside actually isn't always the best. So, you know, there's a balance in everything, isn't there? And for every person who has guinea pigs, you need to look fundamentally at their care, their housing, their setup, the space they have, the welfare. There's so many factors that play into this. So yeah, so we give guidelines, yes, but there's all sorts of things play into that. Hopefully that's shed some light on it for you. Yeah. Z, I'm not sure how to say all your numbers. Z says that has not thought of all those reasons before, and they're very, very valid. Yeah, we see them all the time in rescue. You know, animals that are fearful, and we get some animals that are absolutely terrified. We had a pair about 4 months ago that came into rescue, and they had been baby guinea pigs for children who were literally 1 and 2 years of age. Thankfully, the parents realized that how wrong it was, in that the children were too young, the guinea pigs were too terrified, and they surrendered them. So they came into rescue, but they were screaming. If anyone approached them, they would scream, and that was simply out of fear. Now, a guinea pig like that is so terrified, you cannot put them into a large CNC because they're already frightened of us as humans, regardless of our size, being adults or smaller. They're already seeing us as a threat. So for them, giving them a really secure, tiny space to settle into with minimal contact initially allowed them to settle. And within about a week, we were nursing, holding them, and they've actually recently found a home. They're utterly beautiful. So they settle and respond to what we give them all the time. Yeah. What about cages near window? Yeah. Z says, what about cages near windows? Yes, you can have sun coming in through the window, definitely, but has the window glass got UV protection on it, in which case they're not able to then produce vitamin D? Or is the cage going to overheat in that location? So here in Australia, we get massive temperatures in summer, and if you've got the cage in full sun for half the day, well, your guinea pigs could actually overheat even though they're inside. So all these factors, every single person needs to look at, needs to look at their location and what is best for them. Ah, Michelle, oh my goodness, so that's you. Aha. Z is Michelle. Hey, Michelle, how is your boy going? How is he? How's Oreo? Silly uni numbers. Well, I hope that's not a passcode or something, Michelle. So, yeah, how's Oreo going? Is he coming along on Sunday? We'll see him. So let us know. Oreo has a really large abscess which we've semi-treated. It still has part of it to be done, and we will see him on Sunday at some point. We'll share it with everyone and they can see what's happening. Yep. Down there. He's been good. Excellent. Good to hear. It's really good. Yeah, the others are all really good too, which is great. Yeah, definitely don't put your passcode on there. That's for sure. We actually watched a movie earlier, hired a movie, which was great. Friday night movie, just hired on the television, and it was called The Great Waldo. Waldo? Yeah, The Great Waldo. But it was a flying with the biplanes flying and what happened in the war and what happened after the war and pilots and how they had to compete with wing walking and crazy stunts like that. So it was really quite amazing. And yeah, amazing. If you've ever seen that, The Great Waldo was a good film. But we're finding it's really strange at the moment. We don't watch many films, but certainly when we sit down, it takes us forever to go through all of the initial previews to finally choose one. It's almost as long as the actual film, which is really painful. So if you've got any great films, pop them down below. I guess with films at the moment, not many are coming out through the cinema or being released. So yeah, if you think of any great films you recommend, pop them down below, because it took us forever to find that one. So, but it was good. The Great Waldo. It's an oldie, but a goodie. It was Robert Redford. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he was so young and yeah, really striking. I don't think I'd ever seen him that young, actually. But it was a great film. Really good film. My husband loved the biplanes. Oreo's comfortable. Yeah. Is it getting much bigger, Michelle? It should do. It's a good thing. While he's on antibiotics, it won't grow so quickly. But yeah, for sure, find something to recommend. Excellent. We love, we love Bourne Identity and James Bond, all those sorts of action films, but there's nothing new out in that area. If you can think of anything, let me know, because it would be good. Now let me go and do a few more cages. I will be back. Pop your comments, talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. Now, where are we at? Down here, little ones. Yes. Oh, just the one. Okay. It's easy peasy. Easy. You have. This is not good. Let's see. Oh yes, it's okay. All right. one there. They're so cute, you two. There we are. Where should go? We should This little girl here, she's a little bit frightened, but she's been hiding under a shed. So, I know. So she's been running for a little bit. Her buddy was found dead a few days before we were alerted to her hiding there. And the real estate agent was called in because the property's going on the market. They were going to knock down the shed. And she spotted this little piggy hiding underneath. So she's a little girl. And yeah, if you can think of some names, pop them down below. She's black and gold, and she's got a bit of a long drop shoulder coat. I'm not going to let her go at the moment. What have we got? Let's catch up with you. Justin, aren't you asleep yet? Good, yeah. Let it weep and then clean it out, which is good. Yeah, we've got pigeons. Yeah, 4 pigeons out there. Yeah, I know. So lucky. And you know, literally I was contacted around 3 o'clock and I thought I'd race over there. I didn't get there till 5:30, so it was just going dark. The owner was there and he had emptied the shed and high pressure hosed it, and he said he didn't know where the guinea pig was. So I couldn't believe it because I'd been sent through the photos, and I'll put them up, of how the guinea pigs were hiding in this shed that was going to be knocked down. It was full of poop and They'd been hiding away in there. And yeah, he high pressure hosed it, and she was obviously nowhere to be found. So we set the trap, and yeah, we caught her that night and picked her up early in the morning. Shortcake. Could be shortcake. She had it. She had a buddy. She's very frightened. Just gonna, yeah. Oh dear, sweetie pie. Okay, all right. She's not too happy with me holding her at the moment. Hold on. It's all right. This is what we mean by a guinea pig that, you know, is very frightened, and I'm holding her quite securely so she knows she's okay. She's not being hurt. And she'll have lots of handling ahead of her yet. So yeah, her buddy had been found. The owner told us a couple of days before. So it's a shame we didn't know, because the tenants whose guinea pigs they were had moved out several weeks before. Had we been alerted just a day or two even beforehand, we may have been able to get the other one. But anyway, that's what happened. So she's in care. Bella, she could be Bella. Yeah. Shortcake. Why shortcake? There's so many guinea pig names with food, isn't there? Cupcake, Choco, Coco. Food names are really popular. Yeah, I don't know what she should be. She's got a tiny little white feather on her face, and other than that, she's black with caramel. Yeah, so she's very lucky. And on that particular day, we had a lot of guinea pigs that had a lot of them had been dumped, and they all had died. And we lost another dear little fellow that day. So this is actually the only piggy that survived that particular day with all of these cases, which was a really hard day in rescue. Some of the things we see. So maybe she needs a super special name because of that. I have to think about it. Fluffy on the top right? No. No, it's not. Now this little one up here, he's a desexed male. This little guy that I'm pointing at the moment, and some little females from one of the rescues in there. So Xena. What does Xena mean? Xena? A goddess or something? I'm not sure. Greek mythology? I'm not sure. Warrior. Maybe it's a warrior. I don't know. Maybe she should be warrior because she's a survivor. Essence. Yeah. Oh, okay. So thick white queen says yes. Is that yes to warrior? A warrior? Xena, a warrior? That's quite good. She's certainly a survivor. Yeah, where they'd actually cleared it, I couldn't believe it. They had high pressure hosed everything, and they had lawn there, but it had all been cut back to nothing. So there was no sign of this guinea pig anywhere remotely. And apparently they had dogs on either side of the fence. So we were just hoping she was hiding somewhere. And luckily we got her. Xena sounds nice. I don't think we've ever had a Xena. Stands for goddess princess. Okay. That's a nice one. Yeah. So we have to think of a special name for her. She's a little bit terrified at the moment, but I'm sure she's happy to hear all the little voices that are here in the shelter. For sure. So while I've got you, I'm going to pop some Novamec on you, little girl. So what I might do, let's pop you here. That's it. Good girl. So those babies, they want to go back to their mum. Have to pop them back together. I'm sorry I kidnapped you. For anyone that's just joining us, you can go back and see the babies that have been born. Yeah, it's awesome. Coat. And she's got quite long hair at the back. Oh, it's stinky as well. It's all that oil. So she needs to have a bath. We'll do that probably tomorrow. And the next day we've just got her in and letting her settle. All right, well, I think that's just about it for me, guys. Michelle, it's amazing how many are born from such young bodies. Yeah, they can have up to 8 in a litter. And the girl that we've got over here in this cage right here, you can't really see her. She's right back in there. So I'm guessing she may have 4 or 5, but we'll wait and see. A lot of the young from that particular rescue were born dead before we actually took them in, and so we will just wait and see. She's in care now, so, and they're not in such compacted, confined spaces with lack of food, so they have everything. If Campylobacteria is on board, there's not a lot you can do other than actually nurturing them through and making sure they stay as healthy as they can be. But yeah, for the moment, I'm not overly concerned, so it's good. We'll keep you posted anyway. All right, I am off because I've got another 2 areas that I need to go and check out. I hope that you all have a fabulous Friday. Well, it's now early Saturday, isn't it? Great weekend. We do have an adoption day on Sunday, and we will have some live video from there. We'll probably go live to YouTube again with our volleys, and you can keep track of what we're doing, and we'll get the camera angle down so you can actually watch what we're doing. We have quite a few interesting health things going on. So yeah, I shall see you on Sunday. So take care, everyone, and thank you for spending some time with me. Okay. Night, Justin. Night, Michelle. Bye.